Hey, what's up, guys? Scavenger Reviews here, and today we're doing kind of like a double review. This is my custom-made uh Shin Godzilla. It wasn't based off of. It was obviously based off the movie, but I used the Playmates Shin Godzilla, which seriously, look that up. It is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen, just like my nails. And well, I used a bit of a review, not a review. I used a tutorial how to fix Playmates Shin Godzilla custom figure by Godzilla154. Go ahead and subscribe to them. They are awesome, and this is how I will do. Whoops. This is how I will do my shoutouts from now on. I'll just straight up pull up the video as long as I remember it. And I followed his tutorial pretty much step by step. And while mine didn't come out as nice, I'm still pretty pleased with it. I definitely think, hey, this is pretty good. I like this. So what I basically did is the entire figure, I painted black. You can find all of this on my Instagram, by the way, at Scavenger Reviews. But I did a black coat, and then a red coat, and then another black. And the black I just, kind of went through it like that. The nails, teeth, and toesies, I did a white mixed in with a little bit of tan. And by the way, these are the paints that I used. They're a really good brand and super cheap. I mean, these are literally 58 cents a pop, so those are pretty good paints. And those are what I've been using because I got into customizing, because why not? And these are also all four not characters, colors that I used. I used this black, light mocha, candy apple, and just white. And yeah, that's what I did. His eyes. You can see like his eyes are a little messy. Focus, come on. There we go. But I mean, look how freaking small they are. You do a better job then. I mean, seriously, you do a better job. Like, go out and try it. I want to make this video purely to employ people. Try something new. Like, go out. You might not make it perfect. I didn't, but you know what? I'm really proud of this little guy. And I also added the Playmates figure. Let me show it from the side, it'll be easier. The Playmates figure did not have focus. Oh no, that's too dark. There we go. It didn't have the chest breastplate thing, so I added that, and then I did a whole lot of work to the neck. So again, I'm not gonna do like a full detailed explanation of it, because I mean, you guys can go ahead and go watch the this video. Like, seriously, go watch that video. It's awesome. And his whole channel is actually pretty cool. Like, he doesn't upload too much anymore, but like, I wish he did. Excuse me. Oh, there's a cough again. What's funny is my last video, I was kind of sick for it. Well, not kind of. I was pretty sick. And this dude fucking commented like, if you're so sick, then you shouldn't have made the video. And what was he saying? It was like, I feel so disrespected or something. I was like, bro, who the fuck are you? Chill out. Like it's not that deep. It's not that deep, bro. I don't know. So hey, if you're watching this, fuck you, dude. Everyone else though, love you. So I did some clay. First of all, I cut the head straight off, like basically right behind the like where the ears would be. He doesn't really have ears, but where behind the ears would be, and cut like a huge. Well, no, I didn't cut a chunk. I decapitated him, and I added like a chunk to make the neck a lot more vertical. And that was what I was talking about, like, because you can see it in the movie box right there, and you can see it in like, oh wait, focus, come on, there we go. So you can see like, oh fuck. that is quite that's the more the angle I was going for, and I didn't quite get that. But again, I think it's okay. And look, that's what the original looked like. So literally, there was no way I could fail. Anything I did would be an improvement over that. Alright, and just to give you guys like a full look. What is with the fucking lighting? Why is it yellow? Anyways, that's what he looks like zoomed out. I did the whole tail. I think it was really cool. Uh, yeah, I did the teeth. I wish I had my lazy Susan out. But I think it's pretty cool. Really, you can see like the eyes. Yeah, I didn't do perfect on the eyes. Could have done better, but I kind of got like upset because I was like late for. Well, I wasn't late for work, but I was getting ready for work, and I was like, fuck it, and I just did dot dot of like white and then black. Because I was like, whatever happens, happens. All right. Let's get that back in position. Alright, and from here, there won't really be any more like visual cues or whatever. So what I'm saying is, you can go ahead and stop watching and just set it down and have this in the background, because the rest of this will just be a review of Shin Godzilla the movie, no longer the figure. But I'll keep that going. I'll keep that little guy right there, and I'll pull out his burning Godzilla too. It's just like, hey guys, what's up? Hey, what's up? But there you go. Now he's got a friend. Why is it so dark all of a sudden? Why is it so light all of a sudden? What the fuck is my camera doing? Anyways, so Shin Godzilla the movie is I want so badly to like it, okay? Like, hear me out. I'm serious. Me and this movie have had such a tumultuous relationship over the years, because when it came out, I didn't actually watch it. I didn't watch this movie until like 2020, I think, or something like that. Or no, like 2022. Right? Oh, God, I don't know. It was a few years ago that I watched the movie, is what I'm getting at, though. And I'm hooked on YouTube. Total big YouTube fan. Hey, look, there's my hand. You can see my hand in the reflection. Anyways, though. Anyways, though. I'm such a child. Anyways, listen. I know the story. I know the deeper meanings. I've watched the hour-long video essay discussions on it. I know the message of it, how it's a direct metaphor to the 2013 Fukushima incident, just how the original movie is a metaphor and allegory for the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombing. I know this. And on paper, that sounds great. Like, if this was a book, this book would be booming, But as a movie, it is boring as shit. It's like, yes, I get what it means, I get that it's a look at the inactivity of the Japanese government and the failing of people to act quickly and promptly, which makes things worse and worse and worse. And that if they would have, gotten to action beforehand, then things wouldn't have been so bad. Like in the movie, when Shin Godzilla is like still tiny and he's in his like, I forget what they're called, dude. They have names, but it's like weird names. But anyways, like when he's in his second form and he's just stood up and all of the like helicopters are there, but they don't fire because like civilians, I think they could have killed him. Like right then and there. I think they could have killed him in that scene. And I think that's what you're supposed to glean from that, and they didn't, because of the hesitation and the inactivity. And watching it, you could politely, lovingly describe this as a slow burn type of movie. It's takes a while to get going, and this is only my second time watching it. Geez. So I mean, I definitely appreciated it a lot more on the second half. I mean, the second watch, but I don't know, man. It You gotta want it. You have to like Godzilla first. I don't think anybody's going to watch this and be convinced, especially when it is so different. That's kind of like the best and worst part of it. This one is completely different, like both literally in that it's its own universe and doesn't take place in any continuities other than its own, but also figuratively. It's so strikingly like different to what's come before. There you go. Now you can see. I know I said there was gonna be no like. Now you can see the spike. Anyways, oh, and I'm already going to make a custom one. I mean, a second one, and the second one's going to have like a bigger chest spike and purple details, and I'm going to attempt a mouth split so I can have him like shoot an atomic breath. But anyways, they could have got him right there, and I really like the characters and the story and the plot when it's actually fucking happening. There's a lot to get through. Like I said, it's just it's been memed to death, but there's a meeting in this movie about having a meeting. Like they're having a meeting to discuss whether or not they should have another meeting. It's insane. And I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. This is actually a phenomenal movie. And if, like I said, if you look at it like subjectively, and if it was like a book and you were reading it, you could have like the best time. It's a great story. It's well written. It's just boring to watch, because let me break it down for you. It's just, I mean, the movie is about inactivity and pointless meetings that are wasting everyone's time. That's what the movie's about. But in that, you're watching people be boring, inactive, and waste time, It's like, it's the perfect movie and the worst movie at the same time, I don't know. That being said, I love the movie, it's just, it's an acquired taste, like I said, you have to like Godzilla beforehand. It's not going to be for everyone, but the people it is for will really, truly appreciate it. And maybe that's even better than if it was for everyone, is it better to be special to a certain few or acceptable to everyone? Who knows? That's up to you to decide. And yeah. Oh, and it's super cool how he has all the different abilities, like how he can shoot the rays out of his back, out of his tail, And I love the fact that they've never really explained like that final shot of the movie with like the tail people, like what was that? I don't know. And that's the thing, is like you can talk. I'm only going to talk for the rest of this minute, but you could talk for like hours and theorize and go into like, well, did this mean this and did this mean that? It's a great movie, boring as shit to watch, So definitely recommend it. Go out and get it. And it's very important, I feel, but I didn't live in Japan in 2013, so maybe it just doesn't hit me the same way. And I love all the behind the scenes. I love the hour-long like video essays. Keep making them, guys. I'll keep watching them. Anyways, I've been Scavenger Reviews. You can find me on Instagram at, well, Scavenger Reviews. I actually have been posting a lot more there lately, so yeah, seriously, go check it out. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to post a comment about me coughing, and how much that offends you, because apparently you're a piece of shit.